Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome back to Creativity. And if you're new here, I'm Sandy. Today I have a compilation of 7 amazing glam home decor craft ideas that I pulled from my collection of Dollar Tree DIYs. First up is a beautiful lighting solution I will be making using this 3D wreath form. Let's first assemble these wired wreath rings to make it 3D. There are 3 wired rings that I need to make into a globe shape. I'm using my fingers to hold the top while I maneuver the rings so that they're evenly spread apart. Then I'll take the silver foil that it comes with and place it on top. The silver foil has spokes that can be bent downwards in between the wreath rings, which will then help them stay in place. Once I put them in place, I turn the 3D wreath ring upside down, and then next I'm going to insert 2 small easels inside the 3D wreath ring and we'll hold them into place with some hot glue. Draping some LED fairy lights, we now have a gorgeous one-of-a-kind hanging chandelier. I even dangled a little crystal ornament on the bottom to give it a bit more glam. Okay, so next I have a silver metallic charger plate that is rectangular. Along with that, I have a tall round vase as well. And this is a metal pencil holder that I blinged out with some trim. With some hot glue and a few of my favorite embellishments, we now have a stunning wall sconce. I stuck a mini LED lamp at the opening of the tall vase I showed you earlier, and I also inserted a string of fairy lights inside the vase to add a bit of whimsical ambience. And here's a second wall sconce using the blinged out pencil holder. How unique is that? Next, I have a bunch of these old lids and caps from several sauce jars and bottles. These lids are all different sizes and colors, so rather than throwing them out, I thought I could find a way to repurpose them into fancy lids for a set of apothecary jars I made. Here I used a metallic gold marker to paint one of the lids. In the center, I also stuck a cabinet doorknob I painted in the same metallic gold color. Here's another one where I stuck a crystal cabinet doorknob to the base of a plastic wine glass. And here's a couple of silver lids, and here's a gold one. Recognize those baubles I stacked on top? And here's the entire set of DIY apothecary jars with my one-of-a-kind lids. They're tall, they're regal, and they cost me next to nothing to make. Now let's take a look at this 20-year-old bistro table that I previously covered with an old suede skirt. I previously hot glued the material to the tabletop, so I'm just going to use my fingers to tear it off. So I'll take a metallic silver paint marker and paint the legs to give them a chrome-like finish. Doesn't that look gorgeous already? But we're not done yet. I'm going to paint the tabletop white until you can no longer see the original artwork on it. Next, I'll Mod Podge it, and with a damp sponge, I'm going to create a faux marble finish for the tabletop. Using the damp sponge, I'm dipping it into some watered down gray acrylic paint and then gently dabbing the sponge randomly on top of the tabletop. I'll keep repeating this until the entire tabletop is filled with gray smudges. For this step, it's very hard to make any mistakes, but if you feel the smudges are too dark, you can always go back in with a bit more water or even with more white paint. Or if you feel the smudges are not prominent enough, simply add more paint and then continue dabbing. Then, to create the marble veinings, I'm just going to use a small pointy paintbrush. To keep it as natural looking as possible, all the veins are going to be generally in the same direction, and then I'll finish off with a final coat of glossy Mod Podge. After everything has dried, here is the final look of our made-over bistro table. I stuck a few rows of mini mirror tiles all along the outer circumference of the tabletop, and now we have a very glam and elegant looking table that only cost a few dollars to redo. Next, I have a pack of these chopping mats. We'll only need one of them to attach to 2 of these silver chrome napkin holders. Here I'm sliding one end of the chopping mat into the first napkin holder. Once that's done, I'll take the other end of the chopping mat and slide that into the second napkin holder. After holding the chopping mat and napkin holders into place with some hot glue, and after adding some rhinestone trim, we have another beautiful wall sconce lit up with a motion sensor LED puck light eye placed inside. But as it turns out, I didn't think it was blingy enough, so I took it down and added some crystal garlands, and now we have an upscaled crystal wall sconce. For our final craft today, I'm going to give this brown wooden tray a complete makeover. First, I'm going to paint the entire tray white, but since the finish of this tray is a smooth finish, I'll start with some primer first so that the paint will have something to stick to. You'll notice that I drew a circle because the center is going to be left bare, and you'll see why shortly. Once all the paint has fully dried, I'll go back in with a layer of Mod Podge. Then I'll sprinkle a little silver glitter all around the outside of the circle, which I'm now covering with a wood panel. Then I'll cut out a few rows of self-adhesive mini mirror tiles and adhere them all along the sides of the tray, both on the inside and outside of the tray. I also went ahead and added some beautiful silver rhinestone trim along the upper and lower edges of the tray, as well as all around the opening of the handle. Now finally we will fill the center of the tray with a 12-inch frameless mirror. To do that, I'm first applying some Fix-All to the back of the mirror. Then I'll place the mirror into the tray right in the center. And here's the final look for our tray, sitting on top of the table we made over earlier. This table and tray duo makes a stunning piece for any living room, bedroom, or hallway. You can place a vase of flowers on it, a lamp, or a few of your favorite candle holders. Comment down below and let me know which of today's home decor crafts you liked best. If you enjoyed today's craft tutorial, please like and subscribe to my channel and share with other creative gems. Also, remember to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I have another DIY glam project on my channel. And by the way, if you're looking for more glam home decor craft ideas, check out the playlists on my channel. You can also keep tabs on me by reading the weekly community posts I publish to my YouTube channel. And if you ever have any special requests, you can always drop me a comment on one of my videos with your craft ideas. I hope to see you again soon.